Okay, so we have centers. That's what we kind of refer to them as. We have the connection center right here. It would say it on that screen on Sundays, but just so you know, it's always on the side where the hallway is, okay? And then over here, we talked about this earlier with our greeters. We have the first-time guest center, okay? That's always on the side with the coffee bar. So I don't have the signs up, but you can figure that out. Also, the gift bags are always at the first-time guest center. I'm going to begin with our connection center here and what I do if I am serving in the connection center. I'm going to stand here with the most engaging expression I can, an expression of joy, expression of happiness, an expression of peace. I do not want to stand here with a blank stare, staring at that wall, not doing anything. I want to be engaging. I want to be looking over here and seeing what's going on over here. I want to see what's happening over there. I want to be engaged in what's going on. I want to have a smile on my face as people kind of come by here, might come over into this area and sit down or get a drink of water. Or you might have some men who come around the corner and use the restroom. Or as people are walking by, I want to engage. How are you today? Good to see you. Hey, God bless you. It's good to have you. And this does not need to be fake or canned, by the way. I say it every Sunday, and I promise you, every single time I say it, it's genuine, okay? But that's how we can engage with people. Now, your job as a connection center is that you are going to have people come to you with questions. You are kind of the go-to person, okay? Now, I'm not going to get into every single detail of everything you will know in working in this position because you have Karen Davis who oversees this team, and she's going to do the best job she can to help you with that. We also have some of our leaders from Washington who have been leading that team over there, and they would do the best job they can to make sure that you are aware of what's going on, okay? But there are a lot. Now, here's the number one way you know is that we send out First Touch notes every single week through email, and it's about everything that you need to know, and so that's helpful to you. We always keep a paper that has that right here, so you see that. It's usually going to be sitting on the desk on Sunday morning. You see it says there September 1st, 2019. That was yesterday. We have Sunday. We have who is on security. Do I have who's on security somewhere? Oh, up here. We have on who's on security, on first and second service, who's on the medical on-call team. Then we have all the pertinent information you need to know. So you can review that on Sunday mornings, okay? It's not here right now, but usually we have a black file box right here that makes its way back and forth between here and the office. Karen Davis trucks it back and forth. And we put any communication cards in there from the offering, as well as that people bring up and give to us, whether it's just to hand in information with a prayer request, or maybe it's something about registering for an event and they didn't want to do it online. Whatever it is, there's a black box usually right here. It's a file box. And we put those cards in the front folder of that. You'll see that in there. It's all very well organized, but that's there. We also have an envelope with petty cash in there. If somebody comes and they say, I want to buy one of our discipleship books here, we have that. And in that petty cash envelope, there is a yellow tablet, I believe, that helps you to see how much money is in there. And it also gives you the prices to all of our discipleship material, so people can buy that. We will take check made out to Keystone Fellowship, and we will take cash, okay? We do not have a way of taking any sort of debit or credit card as of yet, okay? And there'll be some other things. We have the shirts here that are for sale. That pricing information is on there. Your name tags for the Connection Center are right here in this white container, all right? And then we just have some file drawers here, with stuff that you might need. There's I think you see the paper clips and pens and tape and pens and pencils, just some miscellaneous things, scissors, a calculator, you name it. That stuff's there. There's just some miscellaneous items down here, and that's what you're doing here. People are going to come up and ask you about, well, what is the discipleship journey? Okay, you need to be familiar with what the discipleship journey is. And you might even say, I'm going to walk around the front here and show you some of the materials that we have. We have this brochure stand. Here's something on community groups. Here's something on serving opportunities. There's the Beginning the Journey book, which has the pricing for $7. They can pick that up and look through it. If they're curious about what step one is in the discipleship journey, we have down there, we have a card about what baptism is all about, any questions about baptism. And then we just have a brochure about generally what we have to offer with our services, okay? And then over here we have this right here. Let's see what we have here. This is a card that just helps people understand the locations of our campuses and just some of that. It's just kind of a little card to explain that. We have an invite card. Somebody came several weeks ago and accepted Christ because they live up in King of Prussia, and somebody gave them one of these invite cards. I'm trying to get one out so you can see it. All right, there we go. Has just come join us, our locations, website, all of that. And somebody gave somebody, and a guy came and he accepted Christ. We have here let's see, the house party, just to advertise that for what's the house party? Oh, that was for outreach to the community that Pastor Rob was leading, our missions and outreach pastor. So we had that there. Then we have some missions things to our missionaries, some missionaries we pray for. We have the Discover invite, and then all of these things which are actually in the back of the chairs as well. So you see that we have that stuff here. When somebody is not here, in other words, once we reach that, I believe, 15 to 20 minute point in the service and you want to go in and sit down, we have this sign that we put out that says, hey, we're closed, but somebody will be here right after the service, okay? So that's what we do with the the Connection Center. I already kind of went through what we do with the first-time guest center, but you see that we have our guest bag here. I'm going to put that back, the one I took earlier. And really, there's not a whole lot going on here. We have that sheet that I talked about earlier, the First Touch notes, to help you realize what's going on. There's the same sign that we use on the other side. So when you walk away from the desk, you can put that there to let them know that we'll be back after the service. We have, here's the guest bag content we have in case we would need to access this because maybe some stuff is missing from a bag or something. We have that in there. And then just some administrative items in there, some of those invite cards and so forth. Your lanyards, I'm going to look for your lanyards live on video. Join me as I look for your lanyards live on video. I am going to say that your lanyards must be over with the connections. All right, so your lanyards, I think, and I'll know this, yes, they are going to be in here. Again, I showed you this earlier. I just didn't know if they were separated. Forgive me, guys, but you see they're in here. And yes, this is where you would find it. All the lanyards are over on this side, as far as I understand it. And that's where you can get those name tags, okay? So just want to mention that. But the first-time guest center is pretty much self-explanatory, and there's not a whole lot else to it other than what I said. But obviously, there's always going to be things you don't know. There's things I'm not going to cover in this video. But I just want to give you a great sense and a feel for what this is like. You just learn to expect anything as you work the Connection Center. Somebody's going to have a question about an event. You may not always have the answers, but you're there to find the answers. Grab me, grab somebody. If somebody's not available and you don't want to make that person wait, tell them that you are going to ask somebody and somebody will be in contact with them ASAP to give them the answer, okay? Whatever that question might be. We are here to help in every way that we can about getting connected at Keystone. That's really what this is about. How do we help people get connected? And you are that point person on a Sunday morning to help them do that, all right?